Hi, my name is Imtanis Shukri, and I'm going to be showing in this video how to set up your database locally on your machine so you can have everything ready when you're testing the APIs and everything that you need the database for. So the first thing you're going to want to do is download SQL Server Management Studio. It's a Microsoft application. Once you download that, it's going to show up like this as soon as you open it. It's going to have a server name. You can change this to whatever you want, but it'll be your desktop name by default. And you go ahead and you hit connect, and it'll take care of the rest for you. So once you actually create your database, it's going to be in this list here. You'll see it, and I'll show you how it shows up after. So once you do that, you also want to go and you want to go here, right? So you'll probably have a different place to download this database from, but we have it in our F4 web app and web API repository. It's under branch 1809 in our case. So you want to go ahead and clone this. You can clone it using this URL, and then just make sure that you check it out. Check out this, whatever is a specific branch. Do a pull. Make sure you have the most updated version. And then over here, this is what you're going to see when you have this solution, right? So you're going to have to change a couple settings to make this actually work with your local machine. So you go into, first you go into the effort solution, you hit app settings JSON, and this is what's going to show up. And so you want to make sure that this is what's not commented out. This one might be the one that's there, so just comment that out, and if this isn't here, type it in. Make sure the connection string also looks like this, because it's going to say something different. It's probably going to have senior project something database name here. So you want it to be localhost. Then you go and do the same thing under the web API. Over here, you make sure that this is the connection string, and instead of this one, and then once you do that, then this is where it starts to get a little more specific. What you want to do is you need to set your web API to be the startup project, like so. Don't actually run it. And then you're going to have the package manager console here, right? And let me see if I can clear this. Yes. All right, awesome. So once you do that, you're going to set the default project here to data access. And what that's going to do is allow you to do this command, add migration EFORT, and then that is basically building it's called the migration for the database, and it's how you create it. And you'll see here it's going to have under data access, which is where a lot of the database stuff is taken care of. Once this runs, it'll let me click on it. It's going to have a migrations folder, and there you can see a lot of the foreign key relations and everything like that, which might have to be changed during your semester. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for this, I suppose, let me see. Should not be taking this long. Alright, so here, let's see, okay, so finally, here you can see I added three folders, and it's going to have a lot of this stuff that you can look at to see the properties of the database. And then if you look here, it still isn't actually created. So what you have to do after this, you run this command, update database, and then it's going to go through and actually create the whole thing for you instead of just preparing it. And then it'll actually finally show up here under your list of databases, and you're going to be good to go to work with it. So let me just wait for that to happen. It should go by pretty quick. And if you ever get any errors here, it's most likely because you forgot to set the default project over here, the data access, make sure it's that, and then also make sure this startup project is the web API. And then again, check the app settings.json here, and then over here as well. And you shouldn't have to worry about the launch settings, but take a look at the launch settings as well if anything goes wrong. So this will be done in like a couple seconds. And then probably already here if I refresh it. Yeah, so now you can see the database is created and you have all your tables. If it's still going, probably gonna have to wait for it. But that's pretty much the gist of it. And after this, you should have your database set up and ready to go. Yeah, so it froze because I tried to do it too early, but that should be the end of this video. So thanks for